Hello, it's Bijan living like a boss here, and this is October 1 of 2022, and we have what looks like our old International with some tools on it, backed up to this D6 project over here. This machine here, we had it overhauled and well, we overhauled it, I guess, there last year and got it running, and now here the thing is broke down. The clutches pulled out of it, as I put up in a different video. It's actually not really going to be a bad problem. Well, it's a lot of taking a lot of accessory parts off just to get at it. Number one is we got to take this big oil bath off. I already got the hood lifted up. It'll stay there, but I got to take the oil bath air filter off, get some room. Pull off that dash plate, loosen off the starter belt and the governor belt on the other side, pull the flywheel off the pony motor, and then we can extract that top cover off the bell housing. After all that work, we should be able to maneuver our hands in there and take a look, pull out all the pieces that's laying on the bottom. So we will go ahead and do that. Oh, a couple other things I'm going to. There's some orange cables here on the starter. I'm going to pull them off. Those are actually 12-volt cables. I'm going to pull them off. I got some heavy double knot cabling there. I'm going to make some 6-volt cables while I'm at it. Get that on there, and we will put it all in the battery box there. I got a 6-volt battery to put in there. We'll put it inside that battery box, make it look a little bit more professional. And then you'll notice here on the side of the block we have a wash coming down this side, and probably a little bit on the other side too, but what it is the gaskets are leaking when I had the valve covers off, so we'll have to pull all that apart too and put some new valve cover gaskets in, stop that washing. Other than that, that's what we're going to be up to all for the day. We'll bring you back later when we have the pieces in hand. Here it is a couple hours later. This is what we found on the bottom of the bell housing. The part of the ninja leg assembly there, this piece is broken off of this piece. Apparently this pin is what failed and then fell out. Everything flopped around until it broke off. And then one missing arm there that applies pressure to the pressure plate causes the clutch not to work. So it's going to be off to fitting in cam loops there. Just got to phone them. Good thing about them, they're 24/7. They're open 24 hours, 7 days a week. Just phone in if they got parts. Hopefully they do have these parts, but otherwise we'll be doing scrap dealer or maybe welding these up best we can and building a new pin ourselves. That pony motor in there, I don't know if you can see it, but the seal is clean. That's the only clean area in the whole darn back of the cat here, where all the oil's been washing down, so we're going to get a seal at the same time and then go from there. So we'll get all this cleaned up and get some parts ordered and go from there. Talk to you later. Well, it's October 3rd of 22, and we were in the deep recesses of that bell housing. We pulled out our parts, the ninja legs and the pins. Got the 2 pins here. Got the old keys twisted out and going to have new ones ready for the install. This is the good pieces. What we have here is a broken pin that the cotter pin or the split key come out, I think. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can braze the pin here together and just drill a hole. I have better luck brazing than welding. Welding I wouldn't trust it at all, but these are special pins. I don't know if Cat supplies them anymore, or I'd have to make one out of a bolt or whatever, but I'm going to try brazing it, then drill out the hole, and it should work for the life of the cat that I'm going to have it. And and new keeper pins on here. And I'll probably replace the keeper pins on the, like on this here end here too. I'll pull that out and put a new keeper pin on it, or a split pin. So anyway, we're going to go ahead here and get this lined up and try to braze it. It ought to be really interesting. Got her in there, so we'll just get the torch going. We'll just try our luck at brazing that together. Not the best darn brazing job in the world, but I think if we let her cool off and buffer up a little bit, drill out the hole, be enough. Here's the end product. Got it brazed together, ground down, filed, polished up a little bit. Hole drilled out, and the key goes in. So we're going to go with that. I think it's going to work out for us. Next thing is we will put the, these are the pieces I took off the cat. I'm just going to put them in the wash bay there, wash them up. There ain't no paint going to go on, but we're going to clean everything up so that it's looking good. Here's the bell housing, the upper, the major one. It's pretty dirty. Well, we'll clean that up. Just got a wash gun, everything. Get it ready to put back in. October 12th of 2022, and we're at the cat again here. We're going to install these pieces. We had them repaired. Got them back from the welder. The foot here has been welded together. Gonna get that installed. The pins have been repaired and replaced. And we have to mount them in to, this is the clutch assembly down there. You can see where the mechanism pin places are. We're going to get that installed in there, and then we'll probably try to get that keyway out of that crankshaft of the pony so I can take that casting off and pull that seal out of there. Plus, even before we do that, we will probably get the bell housing wiggled down into place there and get that bolted in. Okay, we'll just come back at you later. Well, it's been a little bit of time, but we managed to get the mechanism back in there, the 3 pins and the split keys or cotter pins, whichever you want to call them. Managed to bend them around in the semi-professional manner. So that's all in there, and we're going to go from here. I should have brought the grease gun down so I could at least grease those 2 zerk points there, but we can still get it with the cover on. So we're going to wrestle with that next and get that cover in place, and we'll go from there. Well, there is the cover on, all the bolts in along the bottom edge there and the front flange there along the bell housing. Even put the cover in place there for tonight, but I'll take that off there. There's 2 grease zerks in there. I can service that while we got wide open spaces here. And I tried to get that keyway out of that crank, but I can't seem to get it out, so I'm just going to abandon the seal project for now. Clean that key up there a little bit and put that flywheel on. And then I measured up my cable for the positive, or actually it's going to be the negative ground cable to the starter solenoid, which is over here. You can just see that solenoid over there. We're going to put the negative ground there. This is a positive ground system and 6 volt. So that'll be where the negative ground goes. The positive will be ground to the battery box. It's already in here. Bolt to the end of the battery box. I don't know. Hopefully that's going to be a good ground, but we'll have to make sure everything's working. But we'll get that built, put our battery in, and continue to get the back end of this here cat, or the engine back together here. Put the belts in place, the dash and the air breather on, put the hood down, fire that thing up. Okay, catch up to you later. Next time you see us, we'll be pushing dirt.